Hello and welcome to this video, or audio rather, because the main course is me talking. I have noticed how often we are hard on ourselves, and this is going to help you love and accept yourself. This is kind of what I wish I was told when I was younger or throughout my life, which I never was actually. And so it is very relieving to hear these words spoken to myself. I find it quite healing. And today I want to dedicate this to all of you who feel tired of surviving, who have already survived for such a long time. And I want to acknowledge how hard you've been working and how hard you've been trying, and you were so hard on yourself. And today I want to invite you to explore the energy of softness and forgiveness and freedom together with me, because I am also feeling very bad and, well, not that bad that I can't record. You see, I found myself feeling very difficult and heavy after watching some educational material and finding this girl who's that much younger than me, just being so much more knowledgeable in this topic that I want to learn about. And I found myself feeling so discouraged and so insecure about my level of knowledge, and just so in resistance about where I am in my life and where I am in my journey. And I thought that I need to just be with this and actually transmute this. And I know there are those of you out there who also feel this way. You see someone succeed and you see all this joy or knowledge or confidence someone else has, and it gets you down, and it just gets you down, and it gets you discouraged. And I was just thinking, I was feeling my feelings, and one of the things I realized is that I am really missing the goalpost here by not acknowledging anything that I have been through in my life and everything that I had to survive up until this point. And beating myself down like this just is really just not recognizing and not acknowledging the hardness of everything I've been through and everything I learned, by just telling myself that I have to be somewhere else where I'm just not, and that it is for a reason. My entire life journey led up until this point, and it might not be the point that my ego has envisioned or what society told me this point should be, or what I've been programmed to believe or think or want or feel, even in regards to what I should be wanting and how my life should look. And it's so often that we just look at society and we look at other lives, and we just are so quick to minimize and forget our journey, and minimize and forget the honoring, the respect for surviving that I feel like we, you and me, really do deserve. Because in society, we do like to pretend like this is easy. In social media, we do like to show only the cherries on top of our lives, even if they are on a very old and rotten cake. And I invite you to really feel the truth underneath, and even the energy of the words that I'm speaking. And yes, I guess recognizing this might not be pleasant or pretty, but it feels so much better to me live in reality rather than participate in a world of fakeness and striving for something that you don't even know is or isn't yours, that we don't even think about whether it is or isn't ours. All these goals, all these standards. And it is so easy to forget and dismiss and minimize the entire life journey, all our struggles, all our hardships, all our traumas. Just try and forget that in exchange for this idea and thought of where you think you should be right now, and where you think you should have been, or what you should have done, or what should have happened already that didn't. And it is so easy to get self-hateful and self-resentful for not putting yourself in a box, for not jumping up and not putting on smiles and not putting on facades and not pretending like you're okay and not pretending like you have your life together. And how nice it is to sometimes, or often, to just stop and acknowledge the reality of yourself. And yes, sometimes that reality could be self-hate, but it's still better than pretending. And sometimes our reality could be that you don't know how to keep on going. But today I want to say that that's okay. That's what I'm here for, at least in this recording, to tell you that it's okay if you're not where you want to be. That we all actually cannot live up to all these standards of today. That we all will always fall short in comparison to someone else. And we will always also come up higher in some cases than someone else. It's all relative, and the world has convinced us that it's not. We're so used to looking for consensus. We're so used to looking for that pill of acceptance or validation that would get us love and would make them see for who we are. But in that chase for this acceptance, we become so fake that no one even sees who we really are. No one even sees where we are when we're trying to convince everyone around us that we are better than we are, or worse for that matter, that we are something else than what we are. And oftentimes we even convince ourselves, and oftentimes we hate ourselves for not being where we try to convince ourselves that we are. And it is okay to be however you are. And it's okay to acknowledge that your life experience made you who you are. And it's okay to acknowledge all the weight and pain that you have carried and still possibly carry. That it has been a long journey, and that you did your best to survive up until now. You did your best to adapt in a cruel world. You did your best to stay alive with the information that you had and things you knew at that time. Because if you think about it, you weren't taught. You weren't taught any of these things. You weren't taught how to have healthy relationships. You weren't taught how to have an abundance mindset. You weren't taught any of these things. And learning them takes more time and effort than people who have been taught are convincing you they do. Or at least people who had very different experiences and present a snippet of their life on social media are creating an image of. And so you might be telling yourself that, oh, you should be there, you should be here or there already, you should know already how to have healthy relationships and how to manifest and how to live in abundance, and what is wrong with you if it's not actually happening for you and to you. And so I just want to say, And it's not happening because you are comparing and neglecting your journey to someone else's experience that you metaphorically only see through the keyhole on the door of their life. And it's okay to take time to recognize and acknowledge just your experience without anyone else's influence, and congratulate yourself for making it that far, for making it so far, and recognize yourself and acknowledge yourself, and that where you are right now is better than where you have been, is more knowledgeable and more improved than where you have been, and all the previous versions of yourself serve the purpose and helped you stay alive in whatever way they have learned. Thank you everybody for listening. Be kind to yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.